For years and years, every single Star Citizen patch that comes out and has some sort of content is the biggest patch ever. And normally it's not. But there have been big strides to change a lot. And one of the things that comes to mind is, of course, 4.0 with server meshing. Some would argue that was the biggest patch ever. But then came 4.7, crafting, a brand new inventory, and a change to armor and weapons on ships that honestly changed the entire game, along with a whole bunch of other stuff such as radar, etc. But then 4.8 comes along, and that's where things really start to shift in the right direction. This is a new era for Star Citizen, and I'm so happy to be here for it. There's a potential that 4.8 is bigger than 4.7, and that's saying a lot because this patch in 4.7 has been incredible so far. 4.8, oh baby, holy crap. Okay, here we go, guys. It's crazy that 4.7 is coming out today and they're already like 4.8 is already on the dude. This is nuts. Uh-oh, what did I say? Okay, let's read. Okay, refueling missions. Implementing refueling missions, servicing NPC ships. Players will also be able to request refueling via a beacon. Awesome. Tentative. Refueling improvements. Implementing refueling and docking improvements, simplifying the refueling process with simplified fuel delivery and updating docking to support mutual requests and automatic docking at close range alongside more impactful itemization for fuel capacity and transfer speeds. This might not affect you guys, but I run out of quantum all the time. So this is sick. That's really cool. This is what I was talking about. In 4.7, in the Hathor mining facility or the Hathor facilities, I found an armored flight suit. And it says right here, flight suit, G-force resistance. This is my... I'm telling you, like, I really feel like suit lockers are finally going to be here. They've talked about the new armor updates in the last Star Citizen Live. Now, you know, I found that flight suit, and now we're getting flight suit G-force resistance modifiers. The flight suits enable players to choose specialized equipment for improved maneuverability and endurance. I know that's not like a big tell that we're getting suit lockers, but I just really hope so. I really want suit lockers really bad. Ship hangar service tier 0. Okay. Implementing service gameplay updates that draw from resources stored in your ship's cargo grid to fulfill refueling, repair, and restocking requests. This is awesome. This is for like the Idrises and the Polarises that have large hangars. You're going to be able to refuel and rearm and all of that and repair inside of that. That's really cool. Vehicle command module, implementing vehicle command module, docking, undocking, and ship systems transfer. Guys, what exactly is this? Can anyone explain this to me in like idiot terms? What is this? Like, what exactly is it? Like, what is this for exactly? I know that people said it's for like the what's that ship called? The Caterpillar. Okay, Ironclad and Caterpillar. They have a detachable cockpit, a screen where you can. Okay. The Drake ships. Okay, got it. It's through the Caterpillar. Okay, Caterpillar had it too. All right, got you. Okay. All right. I think we did see the Ironclad video that talked about this a little bit, but we'll see. Like I get it, I guess, but I don't know what I'm kind of concerned about is this a huge technical hurdle? Like adding the command module, you know? Is that something that's like going to then snowball into other things potentially is kind of my concern, which is like good, you know, that's good. So if they're getting that out, we're kind of like taking a step forward now. And again, we on the stream previously, we're talking about drones, like where are drones? This has nothing to do with drones, but I'm just, you know, I'm curious, like, how does this, you know, we'll see. Like, how is this like kind of, what does this mean for other things? Okay. Wicklow ship offerings. Okay. L22 Alpha Wolf. Okay. Just the L22 Alpha Wolf. Okay, cool. I mean, that's not bad. That's good. How many months is that? When did the Alpha Wolf come out? L22 Alpha Wolf release date. Let me see. November 2025. So we're talking about 4 months, something like that. 5 months. I guess that's not bad. Here we go. Okay, this is kind of cool. This is oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I don't want to read that yet. Oh my gosh, I just saw something that got me excited. You'll know why in a minute. Okay. Implementing the long-awaited crossbow. Okay, so this is interesting, right? My friend backed Shroud of the Avatar, And I'm trying to get him into this game, but he back shrouded the Avatar way back in the day. This crossbow has a special skin for Shroud of the Avatar Shroud of the Avatar. Wow. Well, I didn't mean to say that. Shroud of the Avatar backers who backed the game back in the day. And I was like, hey, if you're not going to play Star Citizen, I need that skin, brother, please. But yeah, it's going to be very rare just due to the fact that like it is. Yeah. So anyway, the crossbow's coming, implementing the long awaited crossbow, featuring a devastating, shattering bolt and harsh projectile drop. Okay. The Ultiflex crossbow rewards skilled aim with immense power. Its near silent firing mechanism lets you strike quietly and gain the upper hand on your foes. Very cool. This is the one I'm excited about, dude. Oh my goodness gracious. I am a Halo fan. They're adding a plasma grenade. Does it stick to things? Okay. KSAR plasma grenade, implementing Castac Arms area denial grenade. Prime and throw to lock down an area and prevent enemies from pushing through. Can we stick it to people? I need to know. Can I stick this onto someone? Please. Can I please stick this onto somebody, dude? That would be so sick. All right. It's like a gas grenade. Okay. Yeah, it's like, it seems like area denial where, like, you know, the what I'm considering in my mind is it's not the same, but in the boss fight, you guys know what I'm talking about, the snake, whatever the snake's name is. I forgot already. I have a really bad memory. It comes with getting old. Anyway, below the, like when he electrocutes the ground, it's got like this AoE electrocution type thing where you can't, Yamandi, yeah, you can't move in it. I'm assuming that's what this is going to be. It's going to be plasma. I don't know. I immediately get excited when I see something like this, but it's okay. Transport system. Wait, what? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wait, what? We didn't even, they wanted to do a tech preview. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. This is, what? The whole thing? Implementing the new transport system, a full rewrite of transit across the universe, supporting trams, trains, and elevators with improved reliability and scalability for technologies like server meshing and instancing. Oh my gosh, that is insane. So they were gonna do a tech preview for this.
Welcome back to Believe Nation.
Welcome back, Max. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you for the 5 months. Much love, brother. That's insane, dude. That gets me really excited. If they're like looking to fully rewrite everything. This doesn't say just Area 18 or just New Babbage like they were talking about. Wow. Okay. Oh my gosh, 1.0. Oh my gosh.
I'm back!
Guys, we're getting close, dude. This year is going to be insane. I said this in November. This year is going to be insane. I just saw 1.0 below this. Okay. Aegis Hammerhead Gold Standard. Updating the Aegis Hammerhead to Gold Standard and implementing improvements and updated interior art. Very cool. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Star Citizen 1.0. Maelstrom. Implementing a new physically based destruction system. We know a lot about Maelstrom already. Okay, like Maelstrom. Maelstrom has been shown, but it was shown so long ago. We have a little bit of Maelstrom inside of. We have a little bit of Maelstrom inside of the Yamandi boss as well. The rocks that break apart. That's Maelstrom. And they talk about Maelstrom a little bit here, and they show a little bit of it. But like, look how sick this looks, dude. Like, look at that. Watch this. This is Maelstrom right here. Essentially. Like that is a Gladius exploding. Like that's insane. They show it right here. This is really cool in FPS combat. They show it here. This is also in this the Squadron 42 trailer. But Maelstrom 1.0 is what is said. But look at the wall breaking apart as it gets shot here, or as it takes explosion damage. Really, really, really cool. We have those ships that come apart. No. That is not Maelstrom, from what I'm being told. That is not Maelstrom yet. This is Maelstrom. The only Maelstrom we have in the game right now is So what you're seeing is like a simulation. What we have with Maelstrom, the only thing we have in the game of Maelstrom, from what I understand, is Yamandi, the rocks in Yamandi. So the biggest thing is like the armor for ships. Although again, we have like a new implementation of armor in the game. When Maelstrom comes out, that armor that is on like a Perseus or whatever is gonna break. So you're gonna see the armor come off and you're gonna know, okay, now it's time to shoot. Now it's time to like take that, you know, hit that spot or whatever. It's gonna be big. On top of this, of course, we've got tactical strike groups being confirmed for spring here by Jared.
Now, of course, at the beating heart of Star Citizen is its spaceships. And Alpha 4.7 is bringing with it a host of changes and improvements to spaceship gameplay as development pushes towards the eagerly awaited tactical strike groups this spring. And that starts with the next iteration of shield and armor updates.
If you forgot what tactical strike groups are, let me give you a bit of a refresher from CitizenCon Direct in November of last year.
The People's Alliance are still trying to get to the bottom of what this new faction is really doing in the Nyx system.
They've sent a capital ship to check out a station and run into more than they can take care of themselves.
Unfortunately, that team came under attack and members of their groups were taken hostage. Now they've reached out to Intersect, who've reached out to you to help recover the pilot. Of course, it's unwise to do this alone, so you'll need to put a team together to attack the station.
When you arrive, you will have this big asteroid, kind of broken asteroid, and on this you will have this space where you will find three big arms. You will see in the middle, you will have this big energy core. Everything here has a purpose. It's not just for the show, just something nice to see.
You'll see a People's Alliance-owned Idris that's just on the outside, and it's going to be getting harassed by this unknown faction that you have met before.
So your first objective here is to clear out the ships. There'll be waves of these ships, so this is where you want your light or your medium or your heavy fighters, whichever playstyle you prefer.
So while one part of your group is dealing with the fighters, now it's time to actually assault the station.
This station has been outfitted to resist all of the obvious way of attacks.
Somehow they've incorporated Vanduul capital ship killing turrets. These turrets ignore small fighters, and they have the firepower to destroy even the biggest capital ships.
Your Polaris and your Idris, if you get it close, it will get shredded. The idea of these is so we can sort of make it so we can mix up that ship combat, and not everyone can just bring the biggest ship and win just because they have the biggest ship.
You have to send out your best pilots to navigate the superstructure and take down anything that may damage your bigger ships. So at this point you're thinking, destroy the turrets. But it's not that easy. This turret has shields that you've never seen before. It won't take any kind of damage. Your missiles won't do anything, your lasers won't do anything, your ballistics won't do anything to them. But like everything, they do have a weakness. You have to cut the power to their shields. To do that, that actually brings you to your first objective, the power relays.
So the exterior has a number of power relays that are holding the doors closed so that you can't get in.
You have to find them, you have to target them, and you have to destroy them. But it may not be as easy as it seems.
Here's our first wrinkle. The power relays have their own shields that are resistant to energy-based attacks.
We know how much you like using laser repeaters, but so do these guys.
Capital ship can't get close enough because of the turrets.
So ships with explosive or ballistic ordnance will be needed here. That's torpedo ships like your Retaliator or Gladiator, or even another fighter with ballistics loadout. That's going to take you a while.
Once the power relays have been taken down, the station opens up.
And this is where things get really cool.
Now it's time for you to fly your ship inside the station.
Yeah, you, in your ship, fly into the superstructure of this station.
How cool is that?
I feel like this is a proud dad moment. Thank you, Jared.
We're just gonna call it what it is. It's a trench run. So as you enter the structure, you'll see cooling units along the sides that you'll need to take out. There's 3 arms to the station that have these trenches. You'll fly into one, and then there'll be a core in the center, and then you'll move out another trench.
You're either gonna do it multiple times, or you need to bring friends.
At this point, the core is still protected, so these are essentially strafing runs.
There are objects to avoid. You're going to have to be able to dodge. You're going to have to move quickly. You need an agile ship.
Because the shield generator that you're targeting is emitting lots of distortion damage.
So once the cooling units are out, that exposes the core to overheat, which means that you can attack it from the inside and also from exhaust ports on the outside of the station. This core is armored and just takes a whole lot of damage. Once the power core goes down, the turrets come down, and then the capital ships can get closer. Why is that important? Because during all of this, you spend a lot of ammo and munitions and ballistics, and you're going to want to top up.
This is where we're gonna get our new feature in: ship hangar refueling and rearming. You're gonna be able to land in the hangar of select ships and be able to use the same interface as you are right now at stations to refuel and rearm.
It's specifically for ships like the Idris and the Polaris and other ships that are designed to have other ships land inside them.
Of course, it'll be more than just those 2 ships, and you'll find out more once we get closer to release. But this is a really important feature that we're really excited to get out.
If you're not bringing your own Idris, the People's Alliance has an Idris there that can provide a safe port in a storm, allow you to set back up and head back out.
And it's a good thing that you've rearmed and refueled too, because now another group of ships is coming to attack the People's Alliance Idris. So while the fighters are protecting the Idris, what's happening at the station? Well, that's where the dropships come in.
Now you've got to take a fire team in. You've got to land, you've got to fight through an onslaught of FPS enemies that belong to this unknown faction, and you've got to open a hangar door which will allow you to release captives from the station. After you've opened the doors and that person's taken off, you've just got to make sure they get to safety.
So at this point, all of this sounds pretty simple, but there's an additional complication.
So up until this point, it's just been you versus the enemies in the station. But the enemies in the station have their own enemies.
The Vanduul neighbors, who really don't like these guys for some reason, will come in and wreak havoc on everything.
And they're not going to discriminate between you and the station. They're out for blood. When you alert the Vanduul by destroying the power core that the station's now vulnerable, you're on a time limit. Vanduul are coming, they're going to come hard, they're going to keep coming, you're going to have one hell of a fight.
I cannot wait to see what that is like when we get to May. And there's been hints of other things as well, such as potentially Siege of Orison that was talked about a little bit, maybe kind of hinted at. But at the end of the day, we've got a long year ahead of us regardless, and we've already gone through a lot of the content talked about at CitizenCon Direct, so I think we're in for some surprises. On top of this, I think social tools could potentially make their way into the game as well. We're going to have a packed 4.8, and I cannot wait. A lot of this is speculation. At the end of the day, we won't know until the official PTU comes out for 4.8, but regardless, it looks packed already. What is your favorite part of 4.8 so far, or so far of what's been announced? Let me know in the comment section below. Guys, really appreciate all you guys watching. As always, 07s, God bless, and I will see you in the next video.